Hi, it's time for another Steven Universe review. We're going to be reviewing Kevin's Party. And I first wanted to say that I wanted to show off my one of my favorite Christmas presents that I got this year from some friends. They got me these Slytherin robes from Harry Potter World. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. So since this is my last episode that I'm filming before the new year, I wanted to show off one of my favorite Christmas gifts. This is Nick's Nerd Network, and I'm Nick. So, Steven's wandering around Beach City, and Kevin shows up in his car out of nowhere. Kevin tells Steven that he wants Steven to come to his party because he wants Stevani to be there. Steven's telling him, no, I don't want to go, I don't want to be around you, I just want to be by myself right now. And Kevin reveals, oh, well, I already invited that other kid named Connie, so what's the point? Why did I even invite her? So once Steven hears that Connie's going to be there, he's excited because he hasn't seen her or heard from her in so long, and he's been waiting to hear back from her. So Steven agrees to go to the party. Kevin drives off. The next day, Steven's at the party. The party appears to be really dull so far. Nobody really seems to be having that much fun. Kevin is walking around trying to get things to be more exciting. Steven starts to immediately pressure him to make Stevani so that way it will liven up the party. Kind of like Stevani's some sort of party trick. Steven's still not able to do it because, one, Connie's not there. Later on, Connie shows up with Lion. Steven immediately gets really nervous and doesn't know what to do or say. Kevin notices this, and Kevin starts to talk to Steven and decides to help him. Not for Steven's own personal benefit, but for Kevin's own personal benefit. Kevin starts to share experience with Steven that he once lost someone that he really cared about, a girl named Sabina. A lot of fans are theorizing that Sabina is what the S stands for when Mystery Girl gives Pearl her number a few episodes back, but I don't want to speculate there because I don't see enough evidence. Plus, she seemed like she might be a lot older than Kevin. Anyways, back to the episode. Kevin is going to help Steven get back at Connie, so he gives Steven like a little mini makeover, gives him some new clothes to wear, and starts teaching Steven how to act like aloof and show off that he doesn't need Connie, he's having fun. So Connie and Steven avoid each other for most of this episode, and it's really frustrating as a viewer to watch because they're both right there, they're both making eye contact and seem to want to talk to one another, but they're not, they don't know what to say. Kevin eventually tells Steven he should go over and say hi to Connie. He does, he acts very aloof and says, oh, well, I'm just having such a great life right now, I'm having so much fun with my friends. Bye, I don't really need to see you. Connie doesn't see Steven being himself, and she gets upset. She doesn't understand why he's acting this way. So they both finally talk, and they express how they've been feeling. Steven expresses that he finally understands how Connie felt. She felt betrayed and abandoned, and as if Steven didn't care. Connie expresses that she's been feeling like she didn't want to talk about this to Steven over text. She wanted to talk to him in person, but didn't know what to say. And whenever she came to find Steven, he was gone, either on vacation or helping Perida or helping Sadie. So he was always off and gone, so she didn't get a chance to talk to him. So they both realized that yes, they were both upset, yes, they're both sad, yes, they both wanted to talk to each other, it was just miscommunication. They make up, they become friends again, Steven promises never to do anything like that again and to include her, and everything seems to be fine. They get ready to leave, and they don't become Stevani, and that really ticks off Kevin. He ends up falling in the pool. Steven and Connie leave, and that's the end of the episode. So I'll be perfectly honest, this episode wasn't one of my favorites. I do appreciate what was accomplished in the episode, but I felt like they led this arc up to be like a bigger resolution than what it actually felt like. I am happy to see that Steven and Connie resolved this, and they didn't just resolve it right away. They resolved it over the course of a few episodes. I do think that Connie reacted in a way that didn't make sense to me personally, but everyone reacts to things differently. So it could have been a much easier solved situation if she was communicating with Steven more, but it's hard to put yourselves in someone else's shoes and know how they're feeling. We'll all react differently. Now, I am really glad that Steven and Connie did not form Stevani, because if they were just doing that to appease Kevin, that's not what Fusion's about. It's a personal thing for them. It's them becoming one and expressing themselves together, and it takes a lot of trust. And in the past, they have formed Stevani just to spite Kevin. So I'm glad that in this instance they made up, they came back together, they still have some trust to build, and they didn't just form Stevani like that for Kevin's sake. Kevin is going to have to live with the fact that he did a nice thing for someone without getting something back immediately in return. Even though some of his advice wasn't that great and wasn't that helpful for Steven, he eventually got them talking and broke the ice. So he deserves a little bit of credit. I hope that Kevin becomes a better person in the end. That's really all I had for this episode. This is Nick signing out. If you like this episode of Nick's Nerd Network, please like and subscribe. If you have different opinions or would like to share some of your ideas, please share these in the comment section below. Please keep it constructive and friendly. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day.